What is Taylor Swift's connection to Formula One? Shocking secrets revealed. Welcome back to F1 Box. Glad to have you with us. Stick to the end to find out how you can win an Amazon gift card. Make sure to subscribe, like and follow. This giveaway is only open to our loyal subscribers. It's race day at the Austin Grand Prix and the energy is electric. The smell of burning rubber fills the air, engines roaring in the background, but the chatter is all about one unexpected connection: Taylor Swift and Formula One. It's funny how these worlds collide, right? Fast cars and pop stars are not exactly what you'd expect, but back in 2016, Taylor Swift had her moment at the Austin Grand Prix, and she didn't just show up, she saved it. COTA, the Circuit of the Americas, was struggling to make a splash in the F1 world. The US Grand Prix wasn't exactly drawing huge crowds, especially after Hurricane Patricia wreaked havoc in Texas in 2015, as the storm brought heavy rain and severe weather, affecting the entire race weekend. Fans were drenched, some races were cancelled, and to top it off, Texas decided to cut $6 million in funding. The whole event was on the brink of falling apart. But then enter Bobby Epstein, the chairman of COTA, a man who needed a lifeline. And guess what? Who is the choice? Well, one of the biggest stars in the world, Taylor Swift. Yes, you heard that right, Taylor Swift. At first, it sounded like an odd pairing, a pop star headlining a Formula One event, but Epstein knew this was the only way to pull in the younger crowd and give COTA the boost it desperately needed. So, he reached out to Swift's team, probably holding his breath, hoping she'd agree to this somewhat random request. And you know what? Taylor Swift agreed. I mean, 2016 was a weird year for her anyway. She wasn't doing any other performances, mostly laying low after her very public feuds and breakups. No Kanye drama at this race, just 80,000 people screaming for her. It was her only performance of the year and it was huge. You could almost picture it. Race fans, engines cooling, but nobody was leaving their seats. After the checkered flag, the real party began and the Swifties took over the racetrack. COTA was packed that day. What started as a struggling event turned into a massive spectacle. Austin went from a rain-soaked ghost town in 2015 to a thriving Grand Prix in 2016, thanks in no small part to Taylor Swift's performance. For Swift, it was a win too. Sure, she had performed in front of millions before, but this was different. It was her return to the stage after a year of public silence. The critics couldn't stop raving about it either. Billboard called it a knockout, while Rolling Stone appreciated her for showing no signs of slowing down. It's pretty wild to think that a concert could have such an impact on a motorsport event. But that's the power of pop culture, I guess. You pull in one of the world's biggest music stars and suddenly everyone's paying attention. But there is more drama involved. Before we proceed, don't forget to like and subscribe. Well, of course, her connection to Formula One didn't stop there. Fast forward to 2023 and the rumour mill was in overdrive with stories about Taylor Swift dating none other than Fernando Alonso. Yeah, you heard that right. Alonso, the two-time F1 champion, the guy who drives at 200 miles per hour and winks at the camera like he's in on a joke none of us understand. Now, I don't know about you, but the thought of Swift and Alonso as a couple was wild enough to make even casual F1 fans stop and go, "Wait, what?" You may be thinking how it all started. It all started after Taylor's breakup with longtime boyfriend Joe Alwyn. Rumours were that she and Alonso had been spending time together, and before anyone could even verify it, Aston Martin, the team Alonso drives for, decided to lean into the madness. They posted a TikTok video set to Swift's song, "I'm Gonna Get You Back," and Alonso himself seemed to have a lot of fun with the rumours, winking at the camera while Swift's songs played in the background. To be honest, I love that he leaned into it. Some people would have denied everything outright or stayed silent, but Alonso turned it into a joke. It was one of those moments where you see the human side of these athletes who are usually so serious behind the wheel. But in the end, it was all just speculation. Swift was never seen with Alonso and she quickly moved on to dating other high-profile figures. That didn't stop fans from imagining what the power couple could have been like though. Swift on the pit wall, cheering Alonso on, the F1 fandom and Swifties coming together. That's a mashup I would have loved to see. Still, Alonso seemed to enjoy the attention while it lasted. He even posted another video weeks later, captioning it, "Race Week Era, winky face." And yes, that emoji was there for a reason. A sped-up version of Swift's song Karma played as he gave the camera another sly wink. Sometimes I think Alonso might be one of the most interesting drivers on the grid just because of his personality off the track. It's moments like these that make me appreciate the weird and wonderful ways these different worlds connect. You never know when two seemingly unrelated things like a pop star and an F1 driver will create a story that gets everyone talking. As for Taylor Swift's lasting impact on F1, it's more than just a headline performance and a few dating rumors. Her concept back in 2016 helped reshape the way the Austin Grand Prix operated, proving that you could mix racing with entertainment and not take away from the sport. In fact, it added to it. Since then, Cotter has continued to love this idea. Justin Timberlake performed in 2018, Ed Sheeran hit the stage in 2022, Eminem in 2024. Every year the event just gets bigger and better. It's become a must-attend for F1 fans, and there's a reason for that. People want more than just a race, they want an experience, and Taylor Swift helped create that. It's funny to think about how much one concert could do for a sport like Formula One. The two don't seem like they belong together, but in the end, it worked. It brought in new fans, made Cotter a destination, and proved that F1 can be more than just racing. So, the next time you're watching a Grand Prix and wondering how we all got here, with the mix of fast cars and pop culture, remember that back in 2016, it all started with one Taylor Swift concert that changed the game. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell button for more F1 content. See you next time!